On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Try and run for this. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
A gain of 12. First down, Pittsburgh.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. That is caught at the 7. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Deontay Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6.
Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. There he goes, right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Minkah Fitzpatrick, thinking back to last year, had a pick 6 for the Steelers shortly after coming over from Miami, and he steps up with another one here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead.
Browns, nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mayfield completes it to Higgins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another.
Mayfield on 1st down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Intended for Rashard.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold.
And now look at him go. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Steelers 21. Browns nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Always got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Trying to get it to Landry there.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
21-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Steelers 21, Browns nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the Steelers' 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
Makes the score.
The extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
6-yard line. 1-yard gain.
They go with Chubb on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
1st and 10. At their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
A 2-yard
well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Larry
Ogunjobi on the tackle in his 4th year now out of the University of Charlotte. A big part of this young Browns defense.
43-yard line.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Johnson.
3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Recovered.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down.
And 10.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his hand. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 198. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Get him, get him, get him. Hurry, hurry. 98, watch 98. 98's the mic. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, alert 33.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
198. Kings. Watch 98. Watch 98.
From the gun, Mayfield lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And some room to maneuver. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go. No one downfield there to stop him.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
He was covered
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Back, back, back.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33.
They run it again with Chubb. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And again, it's Chubb. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Mayfield now, rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Freeman. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
33-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
Mayfield on play action. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That's good.
23 yards the pickup there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Nifty move. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
36-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Nick Chubb.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He may try and run for. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
A gain of 22.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Yeah!
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go! Ready? Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 42 is the mark. You can't block me.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Johnson, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-13 season. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.